Hello, welcome to our YouTube channel, CB and Ham Radio Depot. We have decided today to do a video on a Kenwood TS 830S. Uh, we realized we hadn't done one. We've had several of these in and out of here. This is one of Kenwood's workhorses, and over the years, I know a lot of you guys out there may have had one or wish you did. I know I was fortunate enough back in the 80s to have one that was new. So I kind of have a little bit of a soft spot in my heart for these things. They're a great radio, and some people don't like hybrids, but uh, it's they're pretty easy to operate, and there's really nothing wrong with a hybrid. They're really, really good. If you treat them right, they'll treat you right. So anyway, thought we'd go over it a little bit today. Uh, I grabbed a microphone off of my 940 to use on it, and so this right now it's on the dummy load, so it's not receiving. As you can see here on the top, there is some lights, which indicates right now it's on the VFO, which is in the radio. You hit the notch light comes on. Of course, you got an attenuator, and if you have a fixed crystal that you want to put in there, you can do that, and then you go to that, and it just operates off the fixed crystal. So anyway, up here on the left, on the top, you got your noise blanker. You actuate it here, and then you can adjust the level with the knob. Next to it is the processor. So you actuate that, and you can adjust the compression level of your audio. Below that, you got your send and receive switch, which is kind of important for tuning. You got your Vox controls here, gain and delay. Now, here on the meter switch, there's several selections. You can monitor your ALC here. You can monitor your plate current, which is important when you are loading and tuning the radio. Then you have RF, which is your power out. Then you go to compression, which will show how much speech processor you have in it. And then the last one is the high voltage switch, which when you key it up, it will show the high voltage of the transmitter. I usually run it with the IP there because that's where I use it the most. Your AGC, everyone's pretty much familiar with AGC. You got fast, slow, and off. Down here, you have the mode switch. You have your tune, which when you tune these radios, they tune at low power, 15, 20 watts, which is a tube saver. You have CW wide, which is your normal. I believe it's 600 on these radios. Don't quote me on that. And then you have the CW narrow, which is your bandwidth is down to 500. Then, of course, upper sideband, lower sideband. This particular radio does have a narrow CW filter in it, which is pretty nice for CW ops. Your carrier control is behind the mic gain switch, which is here. And then next to that, of course, you have your fixed channel. It also has a monitor feature which you can listen to your own audio. And then you have your RF attenuator, which when you attenuate the audio, when the lights comes on up here. During this period of manufacture, they still put the analog dial on there. Some guys like the analog dial, so they continue to put them on there. Over here on the right of that, you have your RIC control, which is you can push that in, and you can slide your receiver right here on the knob above it. You can also see there's a little red light right here that comes on when you have the rip pushed. Take that off. If you want to slide your transmit, the other side, it will come on, and you can adjust it right here with that. With both switches off, of course, it's normal, whatever's on the VFO type thing. Now, for tuning up the transmitter, as you can see, we're on 20 meters. And your basic tune-up procedure is go to tune, insert the carrier with the send switch, and turn this until you see a dip in the plate current, which it's in there right now. So we can do that real quick. Go over here to tune. You key the transmitter, you see you have that, and when you turn this, you can see it going up, down, right there at the bottom is where you want it. That means the plate is dipped, which is where you need to run it. With the load, you're adjusting the antenna side of the output side of the plate, or the final section, trying to match it to the tubes frequency. Over here on the right is the drive, which the drive, what it does, it resonates the driver, which is the small tube that drives the two 6146 finals. This serves also two purposes. It kind of works like a pre-selector on the older radios where you peak your receive, and it also peaks your transmit when you are in tune mode. So it's kind of an important adjustment. You have your AF, your audio frequency, and your RF right here adjustment. Band switch. Also here on the +5, if you go to, it only works when you put it to 10 meters. When you put it to 10 meters, then when you hit that, it jumps it up to the next segment of frequencies. Does the same thing on there as well. So I have the dial, the display hold on. So when you push them, as you can see, it jumps 500. And it does that only on 10 meters. So that's one way of having one less click on the band switch, which works pretty well. One of the things I really, really, really love about these 830s is the variable bandwidth tuning. So I've been told that most of these had no sideband filter that was even available because they had VBT, and when you can actually adjust your received bandwidth with that adjustment, and it works very, very nice. All the way to the right is normal. So when you start cutting it in this way, you are narrowing the bandwidth, and it will do that on any sideband signal that you're receiving. The tone works very well. In fact, I'll demonstrate that right now. And the 830 probably has one of the best tone adjustments. Let's see if we can tune in a signal here. So when you turn the tone, you can listen to the difference. Really changes the way it sounds. So you can kind of tailor the audio to how you like to listen to it. I like things a little higher. I guess that's probably because my ears are old, but works very, very well. course, it has IF shift and it does have notch. So to use the notch, you have to push that button in and your notch adjusts here. So this triple conversion receiver in these 830s is very adjustable, very nice to listen to, pleasant. It's just they're actually an amazing radio. So real quick here on the back, I'm going to show the controls back here, which this is important. It has the SG slide switch somewhere right here below the fan. So when it's off, it turns off the screen grid. So it you do that in order to neutralize the tube. So if you have to put a new set of vinyls in it, you can turn this off and you can neutralize the final tubes. Right here to the left of that is where you adjust the final tube bias. Very easy, just need a flat blade screwdriver. Up here on the front, you can see where it says IP, and you want to adjust it to 60 milliamps. So that's where the 6146 idles the best. So anyway, that's a brief rundown on the controls. I have preloaded this radio, so let's kind of look and see what she's doing here. Got it on the upper sideband. Over here to the meter. Hello, hello, hello. Doesn't know over 100 watts, so she's pretty healthy. Does quite well. These radios are amazing. I think they are anyway. And I would recommend them for any beginner or anyone that just loves these Kenwood 830s. I mean, they're just a great radio. I really appreciate you all watching our videos here. And if you get a chance, stop by our website, CB and Ham Radio Depot, and check out our equipment. It changes daily and sometimes faster than others, but it does change. Thank you very much.